Hello everyone. This is Ken Natalefi from Lion King the Monk. Okay, this video, I don't know how short or long it's going to be, but let's start anyway. There's this person, that brought one of his vehicle. I think that's the only vehicle he has, which is a Peugeot car. So I brought it to me for diagnosis, and after diagnosing the vehicle, just one or two minor issues. But I realized that since the person from the discussion and what I could see on the vehicle, that the owner probably has not done or replaced the timing belt. Yes, the Peugeot engine uses timing belt, and also from the auxiliary belt, the auxiliary belt as well was even a fake, not only a yeah, not only a fake belt, it was also not even the correct size for that engine. So I suggested to the owner to simply replace both the timing belt and the auxiliary belt, if possible, the complete kit. But he said he could not afford to buy the complete, but he will change the belts instead, the two of them. So, of course, including something else like the spark plug, and I think that's all. But the reason why I'm doing this video is, he followed my recommendation, bought the parts OEM from a genuine source, and, then he now called and said he has gotten those parts, and he was ready to change them today, this morning, and I told him I wouldn't be available today. And the team, not just one person, I have a team I work with when it comes to mechanical, that they're also very busy with another work that they started off last week, Saturday. So they need to give him at least till tomorrow, let them complete that work today. So at least they are the people that I like working with when it comes, especially this kind of sensitive work. Replacing timing belts is not something um you take for granted or do anyhow. No, but to my surprising, the person was like, "Okay, if you're not available, it must be done today. If you're saying not available, I'll look for somebody else." I was like, "Wow!" I mean, I don't see the difference. How many hours difference today and tomorrow, and you are willing to risk giving it somewhere, taking it elsewhere, and having the car or the engine to be ruined or destroyed. Because I know the issues that I was having before the car was brought to me, and I was wondering how come the people that were doing the repairs or diagnosis of that car did not see all those things or didn't consider them as something that was to be dealt with until that car came to me. So if such people didn't see those things as a big deal, those issues that I pointed out when he bought the car and they were resolved before I now recommended replacing the timing key, which probably they never mentioned to him because he didn't even know about them until I brought it up, that he was supposed to change them certain intervals as recommended by Pojo. So is it the same people that you want to trust your timing, your engine? You know, and eventually it happened, So, and before I continue on this, I want to point out something else as well, or more like conclude what I started earlier. One of my last videos before this one, um, I was talking about someone that had, he has a Peugeot 407 V6, And at some point, he brought the car to me for something, I think to diagnose or something. And when I looked at the engine, see the way it was behaving, even without plugging in the scan tool, I didn't, this kind of thing, you don't need a scan tool to know. So I told him, your engine is weak. It's almost dead. So the best thing is look for another engine. Don't need to keep wasting your money on that engine. And he took my advice and worked towards changing the engine. But then what I did not understand or was surprised was he knew I change engine for people with my team, that I understand this system and everything. But when it now came to the work itself, he took it elsewhere, gave the people money because he doesn't know, he doesn't know anything about how to buy a good engine or even know how to spot the engine, his own engine. Because that's because you know what it looks like. It does not mean when you go into the market, you can be able to point out and say, this is exactly like your engine. So you can may not be able to tell if you are not that technical. So he went and gave somebody, I don't even know if those people know even what, I don't, what do I even say? As it's like they've never even worked on Peugeot car. Based on what I saw, went out after they did the work. How do I know? Why do I not say this? You get the money, they went and bought a different engine that is not even though they are similar, but not identical. They bought that engine, that is ES9J4, and mounted it on a 407 V6 that's supposed to be ES9A engine. And now, well, probably when they realized something was wrong, it's like they didn't even know the mistake they made. They changed, they went and started messing with the wire. In fact, they did a kind of combination. They put half of the engine wiring harness of that of 607 phase 1 and used the half of it as another harness of that of 407, and the ECU went crazy. The engine ECU became so fucking crazy that it just couldn't know what was going on. As it was just acting up, messing up the entire vehicle, not just the engine and the gearbox. The gearbox that was working very well before that issue, before the engine change, started misbehaving. It could no longer shift very well. The engine, in fact, it was as if the engine was running only on 2 cylinders. And this vehicle I'm talking about is a V6. As it was running on 2 cylinders, so meaning the 4 cylinders were shut down completely. So not only that, the whole money that was spent in buying that engine has been wasted. Probably it cost, I don't know how much it gave them to buy another engine, maybe 120, 130, 150, or 200,000, who knows. Then the wire, I don't even know how much they collected for me to change the wire to do that stupid combination of the engine wiring harness that within that of 607 and 407. Or probably wasn't even aware. And then, well, this the one of the engine mounts, the one on the lower part of the engine, uh, they used the because they changed, they bought the one engine that was removed from 607 Z8 of phase 1 V6. So they left that engine mount, the entire assembly where the bushing is mounted, so which is for 607. So they still left it there and mounted it on the vehicle and put CV joints for 407 V6, and they damaged the what's it called, the CV joints. If I damage both everything, both the outer and the inner CV joints of that vehicle, the car within a short while, just to change engine, yeah, things that worth about 500,000 on that car were killed, as in killed instantly. This is not a joke. The person I'm talking to, the person who owns this car probably will watch this video, and if he writes in a comment to tell you guys, he is the one bearing that pain. He'll probably explain better. Like I said, I didn't even bother to ask how much he spent over there, giving those wrong people that probably even never even touch Peugeot car, or because they have one or two Peugeot car in their workshop, or probably they don't even have. They collected money, know nothing about the systems, and started messing up the engine and the entire vehicle. until eventually he bought the car. After months of going back and forth, I probably trying to get back the money or whatever. And for what I gather was he even involved police in the case, or probably locked up some of them. I don't even know. That's not my business anyway. So eventually came back and met the mechanic I used. Gave him my other money to go and buy. This time around, another complete engine and gearbox. Because it's as if the other one has even killed the other gearbox. Honestly, I don't even know. Now I had to buy a complete engine and gearbox, which cost close to maybe, I think I wasn't even involved in that, but I think eventually my mechanic bought it like 200,000. Then, because the engine wiring harness has been messed up, he had to buy it for me at the price of 30,000. In fact, originally it was 35, but because of his condition, I removed 5,000 naira for him. Bought a complete Tokumbo wire, everything intact. I installed it for him. He changed it. He ended up spending additional probably like 400,000, close to 400,000, because he had to change even the CV joint that were damaged in process, and so many other things that that thing they did damage. He was so lucky that the ECUs were not affected, even though it was crashing the ECU. The initial stupid conversion or installation they did. Luckily for him, the ECU still was good. After I reversed the wiring stupid connection they did and put the normal wire, connect everything well, use my system, check the entire ECUs and confirm they were working very well. Simply because, the reason why I bought this second issue, simply because people just don't value their vehicle. They just don't value their vehicle. And in fact, they don't even value themselves. See, yes, probably he didn't want to give me the vehicle to do or to handle that replacement or buy the engine for him, because I would charge him if I were going to buy that engine. Yes, I'm doing this video, I'm pointing it clearly. If you are bringing the car to me and say you want me to change the engine for you, first condition I'll give you is you either go and buy the engine yourself and I'll mount it or install it for you and charge you for the labor, or you pay me to go and get that engine for you. And that is, you pay 20,000 naira. Yes, to get a clean Tokumbo engine, identical one that is supposed to go back into that vehicle. And that 20,000 includes logistics. If I get the engine and pull it doesn't work, it's none of your business. All you know is either I must get the engine to work or I pay you back your money from the complete amount, including that logistic money. So it's not my responsibility, it's not my headache. It's not a situation where you give me only the money for the engine, I'll go and get it, mount it, only to realize that something is wrong with that engine. I can't come back to you and start telling you I have to bring transfer money to leases to start going back and forth. Or probably you go together to go and make the purchase and something is wrong. You now expect me, because as far as I'm concerned, if you go together, you made that purchase. You made the payment, you say your money cost account, you did the whatever, what's it called, the bargaining and all that. But if I go, it's my responsibility. It's not your business anymore. So that's why I charge. And it's, to me, because I'm willing to think I may even increase that price, because I know what goes in. That 20 or 25,000 or whatever that I charge, I may end up spending more. But it's my responsibility. So, but because he didn't want to spend that money, he felt that why would I give him 20,000 naira to go and buy engine? Something I can do by myself. Or in this case, something some other mechanic can do for free for me. All they will charge me is the labor fee. So why would I spend 20 when they can get that engine for free for me? Guess what happened? He ended up spending, not just wasted how many hundreds of thousands in that workshop. He ended up spending another close to 400,000 naira just to make that car to work again. Simply because he chose not to give an expert or somebody that understands that car. You are always looking for a cheaper route, or sometimes not having enough patience or not valuing your car. Going back to the first point example I gave, or the first thing I mentioned when I was talking about this, about the person who didn't have that patience, just in how many hours difference. There was one guy that drives Peugeot 206. Probably he also watched this video because he's aware of this channel. And first time when he got that vehicle, Tokumbo, following use, he brought it to me a few weeks later, just to look at it. There was nothing really wrong with that car at that time. So I told him, okay, very good car. And it was a Peugeot 206 with TU5JP for stick shift manual. So I was like, that's very good one. However, I would recommend you change the timing belt. He said, no, 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 it will never happen. So the reason why he's saying that, because even before he bought this car, one of his colleagues took his car to somebody advising to, or like it was his mechanic, advising to change the timing belt so it doesn't cut when it is weak. He went and bought the timing belt and changed it. 2 days later, he failed and damaged the cylinders, not just the valve. So he said if that man had not listened to that mechanic, that thing would not have caught. So because of that, he didn't want to experience it. I tried my best to explain to him that the problem was not because he changed the timing belt. The problem was because he gave it a wrong hand to change. He insisted that he will not make that mistake. Well, eventually, his own timing belt caught years later anyway, not that same year. Think about 3 years later. Eventually, he caught and ruined that engine, damaged his own engine. In fact, it's not just the valve, it damaged his own engine. He had to replace that engine. Funny enough, even after replacing the engine, I was telling him, even while he was mounting that, the one he bought, he actually make use of that, my mechanic, the one I work with, to make purchase of the engine. Even while they were doing that, I told him, see, use this opportunity before you even mount the engine. Remove that old timing belt on that engine you bought and put a new one. Buy a new one and put. He said no, he wasn't going to touch it. And that's by the way. But the reason why I'm explaining that is a lot of people probably who are watching this video or may have not watched this video or will watch it later in future will tell you that they know people or probably they've experienced it themselves that change the timing belt only for it to fail that same day, few days later or weeks later. What does that mean? It means either the belt they put was fake, the new belt they put was fake, and the old belt in the engine was even better, or that the installation was not properly done. They did not properly put the new timing belt well, and it pulled out or it got damaged. Either it slipped off or started wobbling and jump timing for whatever reason. So why would you now, when you know somebody at least understand this your vehicle, you came to that person because probably you gathered so much about that person even before you came. You heard about that person online, you heard about it from other people, his knowledge on Peugeot cars and the rest. And even when you bought the car, you could see how that person was. Because trust me, guys, ask anybody who brings a vehicle to me. Yes, I usually charge, and my charges sometimes can be a little bit high. But when you see the way I work on people's car, I will understand that I do it as if it's my own car. I take my time to, make sure I don't damage anything in the process. And if I see anything going wrong as the mechanic or the people I work with doing, I'll stop them in the process. If you get to a point where probably I don't understand this place or this seems to be beyond me, I simply refer the person elsewhere. Better off. I would rather let me take your money and do trial and error to see if I can fix it. I would rather send you elsewhere, somebody I know that understands that thing better than I do, than just to get your money anyhow, and end up damaging your car. I would rather do it, send you elsewhere, or refer you to another person. So, but you can't just wait, no, because to you, timing is not just any other thing. So I'm just saying, like I always say, I love my car. It's not by word of mouth. It is your action, your deeds, your attitude towards that car that actually show how you appreciate or your value over that vehicle. And at the end of the day, guys, always understand this thing. See, it doesn't matter how you want to look at it. You are the one to suffer the consequences. That's one thing people don't get to understand. You are the one that will be stranded on the highway when that thing cuts. You are the one that will have to spend close to 100,000 or more to tow that vehicle for wherever it's stuck you. You are the one that will sleep in your vehicle at night when it strands you in the middle of nowhere. You will be in the house of thieves or robbers or deadly animals. You are the one that will have to suffer when that thing cuts emotionally and all that, or you have to go and borrow money because of something you should have prevented from happening. You don't want to go through all those things, not me. That's one thing you guys understand. So when I'm telling you, no, you can say whatever you want to say, feel whatever you want to say, feel. Oh, I'm being through this, I'm being through that. But at the end of the day, you are the one to suffer the consequences when you choose to do differently. Now, I'm not saying we must do it my own way. But when you put logic to some of the things I say, you find out that the last thing I'll ever do is to tell you something that will harm your car. I may suggest something you could do on your car. Worst case scenario, it will not solve the problem. But will it create a problem? No, it will not create a problem. There are some tests I've done, trying to troubleshoot something. I may do a test. And while trying to do a video on that particular diagnosis or how to fix something like that, I will choose not to mention certain things because I know that this particular thing may be harmful to this car if you do it. So there's no point mentioning it. I just mentioned the safer ones, not knowing that there's other way you could do it, which may actually work, but it's a very risky or crude way of going about it. So I'll keep it out. I will tell you the one I know at least that could solve the problem. However, it may not solve it in your own case, or it may never even work in one or two other people's cases. If they try it, but at least it will not damage your car. The worst case scenario, the money you spent may not fix the problem, but that's money. So, well, the thing is, I can't save every man. I keep saying that whenever I say it, some people, I remember some was it in the Lion community on a few occasions when I say people start grumbling, are you saying you are Jesus? Who cares what you think? I can't save every man. As far as project car is concerned, I will tell you, if you want to know why I'm enjoying my project cars for many, many years, all of them working without having any major damage, all the engines running perfectly, this and that, no serious, uh, malfunction or damage or something out of based on the usage or anything, and all the engines still running since new. No sign of weakness or anything. If you want to know why, this is why. I always tell you, this is what I do, this is what I do, this is what I do. Even if it's not even the factory recommendation, I'll tell you, okay, this is this. I don't do it this way based on factory recommendation, but I do it this way, which is more safer to me. Not because the factory one is not good or safe, but I prefer this because maybe that factory route is not accessible to me. Maybe in terms of parts or tools to do it in the factory way. So I choose something else that is more easier and logical, as long as without tampering or messing up the vehicle. So anybody, you see, the funny thing is, it's not really even about the money because those who know me personally know that I don't do, this is not actually what I do to earn most of my or money that flows to me. It's not through that car diagnosis and all those things. They are just things I do only on weekend. So do you think it's only on weekend that money that comes into my sphere is what I use all my life? So you're supposed to know it doesn't matter whether you give me your car to diagnose or not. In fact, I'm even very selective. I don't work on every car. If you come and look at it and say, no, I won't touch your car. Sometimes I will even tell your phone, if your car is still has this condition, don't even bother bringing it. I will not touch it. So it's not about money. But at least it's about you even saving yourself. Timing belt is so that sensitive. Not everything you give to everybody to do. But some people still don't know how to tension the belt very well. That's where the problem is. tension the timing them very well so that it won't be too tight or won't be too loose. And when you crank the engine or rev it, it could slip off or to cut. Or you give your car to somebody who is still learning what, who doesn't know jack, to go and buy something that's that sensitive. Give him money, you go and buy fake belt instead of original one. He doesn't care. To him, belt is belt. If you rev your car and it cuts, it doesn't concern him. So start making use of your senses. There are things you could go cheap. There are things you don't. Better for you to park the car. See, how many cars do I have right now? 3. Do I drive every day? No. There are some cases I'll be like, no, okay, maybe I may need to do some savings or something, and for me to be able to get to certain distance, I can reduce the days I drive. Depending when I'm more comfortable, probably I've saved up enough, which the project I'm even may not even have anything to do with vehicles. But for me to do that, I could leave this one, leave driving, knowing that driving takes some money. Because no matter how you look at it, driving car consumes more than you spend more to keep car running than even using public transport. So it doesn't mean necessarily, oh, you must drive a car, because that's where another angle I'm coming from. Come on, if somebody tells you, okay, to get this thing right, done properly, leave this car till the next day. It's not a must you must drive that car that day. That, okay, no, I'll rather look for another place and do it. Something that is very sensitive that can destroy your engine if not properly done. And you know this person can do it very well. But you rather risk it elsewhere. Come on, you guys, learn to save yourself. Worst case scenario, if you damage, because that's the thing, a lot of people, they have so many negative things they want to say about me. They say it, not just what they have. Simply because just yesterday, somebody called me in the middle of the night around 11 to 12 a.m. So I talk about, oh, I have this photophorosis, it's disturbing me, it's giving me nightmare. I simply cut off the phone. That person, what do you think he will do? He will go online and say Ikenna is very wicked and very heartless. He doesn't give people, he doesn't care about people's problems. Who gives a fuck? You call me in the middle of the night to complain about your car issue. What do you think? You think I don't have a life? Yet, these are the things I've been speaking for years, how to prevent having some of these unnecessary issues people are creating in their vehicles. Because they are being created, not like they die naturally. No. Yes, cars are supposed to fail, cars are supposed to malfunction. But most of these things that put people through nightmares are the things they created on these vehicles, not things that usually fail on their own. Out of ignorance or bad maintenance culture, or not having placing any value, or having so I don't know. So guys, you can learn to save yourself. The best I can do is once in a while I can tell you 1 or 2 tips on how to maintain your car, or strategies on how to do this so I don't do this, your car don't fail, don't do this thing so that your car will last you for long, or this and that. I can tell you that it's not to you for you to find it. And not every project user sees my message or watch my video. But I can't help it. It's not my problem. I can't start going to everybody's house. So start to tell people, come and watch my video. Even sometimes when I say that, people will say, your video is too boring. I can't watch it. Yeah, the next day they will pick up phone and call me. Yeah, my car is giving me nightmares. Yeah, the information was put out there for them to go and watch and listen for free. Something that other people charge. People pay me 20,000 naira to get some of this information and put it out for free. Yet you put it out for free, the person will now complain, oh, it's too boring to watch your video, it's too long. You always jumping from one topic to another, not focusing on one topic. So for that, keep your information to yourself until when I'm if the car turn me into a misery man, then I'll call you to tell me directly what that information you gave for free before somewhere, waiting for me to go and read or watch. Yes, I will continue to be that wicked man by not listening to you when I don't want to. If you call me anytime I don't cut you off, I won't pick your phone off. If I feel like, because I've given people chances. I even say, send me WhatsApp messages or Telegram messages or whatever. When I have time, I'll go to it. If it's something that I can do a video on, or do a mail, or and I write an article on, or respond right there, I'll do it. If it's something I've already done before, I'll refer you to go and watch, go to my video, you find it, or go to some articles, you find it. Come on. You don't feel, my point is, don't feel entitled that I must always be there whenever you need me for free. It's not like you don't have that over me. You don't have that entitlement over me. Because I don't owe you any damn shit. So don't think that when you go out there and mess up your car, you come back, I'm going to help you. It's a lie. Because it's just like the person that did that his thing on phone. So he was expecting me to be merciful. I told him no, I will not. The reason why I even removed like 5,000 naira from the one I sold to him was like, okay, that 5,000, I actually added it for installation. But in your case, I can do that installation without taking. But for me to sell it less than the 30,000, I will not sell it. I don't care what you are going to, because you made that choice. You call me almost every now and then to seek for advice, and I tell you everything for free. But when it comes to, okay, for you to do a job to pay some money, you took it elsewhere. So you made that choice, and they fucked up your car. And you are coming back to me to do what? I'm not going to do it. I want to sell it in normal price. So same way, if you don't want to listen, don't listen. I'm not begging you. If you want to take your car, give it to anybody to mess up your car. If you can't have patience to give, see, don't even bother bringing car, because I do some other things on weekdays. That's why I'm always available. I always tell people that. And I also try to refer people, point out people who can take your cars to. And before I do that, I always make sure at least that person, from my interaction with him, even if I've never seen him, I could tell that this person understands Pojo, maybe the mechanical part or the electrical part to some extent, or even better than I do, so that I can feel a little bit relaxed or confident to say, okay, this person may be able to handle this. Okay, even though in your case it may not work, but at least it may, or he can. However, I'm not taking that responsibility, so you're supposed to also be watchful, because everybody is an individual on his own. He may be good mechanically, he may be sound electrically, but in terms of trusting him with your money, he may not. He may dupe you, he may anything, but I can't, I'm not here to save everybody. So you have to own your responsibility. If you are giving me your car, I'm taking the responsibility of both being transparent in terms of money, the work, and everything, not taking any money that doesn't belong to me from you. So I know this video is going to be long. That's why I said it earlier. But I'm pointing it out for people who don't. This video is mainly for you to know you are creating your own reality, like I always say. You are the one messing up your car. It won't kill you if you have to wait for a few hours to eventually get your car sorted out. Rather than taking, you must drive it that day, so let me take it elsewhere. And they kill the vehicle that you may end up moves. That car will not move. You are going spending more money. Okay, so that's all for this video. If you have any question or anything, I can always reach me through WhatsApp, through Telegram, or you post it on the comment section if it's something I can respond to, or I'll respond or do a video. All right, this is the Lion King signing off.